Hey people, it's LightGrunty with another narrated match, this time against Metang310 for a tournament on YouTube. Um, Looking back on this battle, I think I did pretty well. I mean, I made all the moves I should have. I guess there were some moves that I could have done instead of certain moves, but it, it wouldn't really have made a difference. I mean, so I thought he was going to start with Bronzong, and he does. So I start with my Metagross, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what his Bronzong is going to do. I'm assuming like Trick Room or Stealth Rock, but then thinking, oh, he has like Weavile and Espeon, he's not going to Trick Room. So I use Stealth Rock and he gets a crit on Earthquake, which is not that bad. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I get my Citrus Berry, and now I'm still trying to figure out what kind of Bronzong this is, because I've never seen one with Earthquake. So I just switch to my Gale, expecting another Earthquake, and I can cripple its attack, just in case it like explodes or something. And it does go for the Earthquake, and Gale isn't harmed. And I Feather Dance to cripple it even further, because it looks like it's some sort of weird physical attacker Bronzong that I have never seen before. So I just go for another Feather Dance because I really don't know what he's going to try to do. But he uses Hypnosis. But Gale's Lumberry kicks in and wakes it up. So that's pretty good. Now I know 3 of its moves. I was assuming that the last move was Explosion, but I saw Metang side of the battle and it was Gyro Ball. So I was thinking it was Explosion this whole time. So I was just, I don't know, playing sort of cautiously. So I switch Metagross back in now that it's like crippled to death, and he misses with Hypnosis. And Earthquake can't hit him, I'm assuming, because it has Levitate. I'm assuming, because most Bronzongs have Levitate. So I go for an Ice Punch, even though it's not very effective. It'll do some damage. Probably more than he could do to me, but he switches out to his Espeon, which is pretty good for me, because it takes Stealth Rock damage, and the Ice Punch hits it, gets it below half, so an Earthquake can finish it. So just waiting, and I decide to go for Earthquake to finish it. He goes for a Grass Knot. I guess Metagross is kind of heavy, but it's like, I don't know. Besides, it's resistant to grass, so it doesn't matter. So Espeon goes down, which was good. It's the first Pokemon I knocked out on his side, so he throws his Mamoswine in, and I could have switched to Zapdos, but I wasn't exactly sure. I thought he might go for an Ice Shard for some reason, so I'm just like, okay, I might as well explode. And I don't like using Explosion because I don't like risky moves like that, like throw away your Pokemon, but they could protect or switch to a Ghost, and then it's just a waste. But I couldn't really think of anything else, so I had Explosion on it. So I'm thinking maybe Arcanine could take it out with Flamethrower, but I'm not sure. My main worry is whether or not it's faster, but I just go with Arcanine. I just go with a Flamethrower instead of Endure, because I don't know. And it turns out to be the right decision, because Flamethrower knocks it out in one shot. I thought it would be a more bulky one, but it apparently isn't. So Arcanine's able to knock it out, which is good for me, I guess. And next, he throws out his Ampharos, and I don't know much about them. I know that they're electric type and static ability, and they're really slow, but they have good defenses. So I just decide to Flamethrower to see how much it can do. And he cripples me with Thunder Wave, which I wasn't very happy with, because it makes the whole Endure Salic Berry reversal thing kind of pointless. But it doesn't matter that much. He gets the special attack boost with Charge Beam, and Flamethrower almost knocks it out. Looking back, I was hoping that he didn't have rest, but he didn't. He just decides to knock out Arcanine with Thunderbolt. And Arcanine goes down, sadly. So I decide to, well, I'm basically able to throw in anything right now, because I'm pretty sure anything on my team is faster than Ampharos. I'm not sure. But I decided to use my Zapdos, which I just caught like the night before the battle, which is pretty cool. And it exerts its pressure. I wish it had Volt Absorb. That would be so cheap, but it would be awesome. And I just revenge kills Ampharos with Thunderbolt and does like no damage, but that's all it needed to do. And next he throws in his Weavile, which gave me the most trouble out of all of his Pokemon this match. So annoying. And I really am at a loss of what to use. My Staraptor is pretty good against Weavile, so I decided to throw it in. Takes Stealth Rock damage, it doesn't matter that much. So then he goes for an Ice Punch, as expected. And it gets frozen, which I was like really angry because my luck was just really terrible that day. Like, this is like random, but earlier that day, when I was doing master sets for money or coupons or whatever, my Dusknoir got confused and it hit itself all 4 times. I was like, so annoying. But yeah, he goes for a Night Slash after I cripple him with Feather Dance, and it doesn't kill Staraptor, before I cripple him with Feather Dance, it doesn't kill him, which is, just completely awesome. I mean, who doesn't like it when your opponent messes up and they just use a move that won't kill you when they think it will, because they think Staraptors are extremely frail when they're not. So yeah, and I have trouble deciding what to send in, so I just send in Gallade. I'm just like, okay, I'll go for a close combat, and yeah, whatever. And I guess I don't know why, I mean, he switches, but he could have just probably killed me with a Night Slash or an Ice Punch. Because, I mean, Gale is, like, extremely frail. Or Gallade is extremely frail. I don't know why I've been saying Gale when I mean Gallade. But it's extremely frail. And I just use close combat. He sends in Bronzong. Bronzong takes more than half damage, which is great. And then another close combat kills it, which is equally great. And Gallade is now, like, at like -2 stages on both defense and special defense. Its defense was like terrible to begin with. Its special defense was respectable, but I mean, it's kind of pointless that it has amazing special defense, but So I know I'm at least going to be as fast or possibly faster as long as his Gallade is not Scarfed, which I've never seen a Scarfed one, so I just go for Destiny Bond because I am indeed faster. And he uses Night Slash, kills me, and my Gallade takes down his Gallade with Destiny Bond, which is great. It's exactly what I made the Gallade to do. And I think I've been saying Gale more, but Gallade, awesome, yeah. So now I have to think very much, because he could basically he could finish me off with his last Pokemon, which is Weavile, which is bad. So I'm looking Regice, I'm like, can he survive a Break? I mean, it's not stabbed, but it's super effective. And I did damage calculation, like, after the match, and he could survive it very easily, like, no matter what. So yeah, I send in Regice so I can paralyze him with Thunder Wave, but I had to think. I was like, would Thunderbolt kill Weavile? Or should I use Thunder Wave to cripple it? And after a while, I stood up and I walked around the room just thinking, should I Thunderbolt? What if it survives? What if it has a Lumberry and I try and paralyze it and my plan backfires and blah 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 blah. And I just decided to go for Thunder Wave because I'm like, it's a Weavile, probably had Focus Sash, which doesn't matter because it took half its life down with Stealth Rock. So he goes for Break, and this lost me the match. Critical hit, yeah, luck's terrible. It's like 93.75% chance that I win, 6.25% chance that I lose, and it's the 6.25, my luck. And Zapdos goes in, it's dead. I can't do anything against the Weavile because it's faster and has a super effective stab move on me. So Zapdos goes down, but it was a good game, so yeah.